Hey friends, happy Friday. I am doing another hashtag flip through Friday. This is hosted by Gwen over at Gwen the Trash Witch. Um, yeah, we're gonna flip through a crochet magazine. My new magazine was sitting in the mailbox today. I went to go get my mail, and this beauty was sitting in there. Now, if you don't know, some of you who are newer to my channel, maybe we met through the crafting community. I kind of call myself a jack of all trades because I do so many different crafts and I'm not afraid to try something once. And I'm not afraid to just say, yep, nope, I don't like it. I won't do it again. And sometimes I don't even finish a project because it's just not my cup of tea for crafting. So I do crochet. Now, during those cuckoo times when we were all locked in our house, I started out with loom knitting, and then I went to crochet. I will never forget the time I tried to teach I started to teach myself crochet again. And I kid you not, a chain of like 20 little chains took me an entire day. And now I can do 20 chains in less than a minute. It's hilarious, right? How we just improve as we go. But one thing I do love is I love to crochet. And unfortunately, my life has just been so hectic this year that I have had really no time to just grab a project and go and sit on my big comfy couch and turn the TV on, just turn a Disney movie on and just get lost in the project. It's something I love to do. And this year has not really allowed me to. So when I got this in the mail and I saw this on the cover, I was like, okay, we need to use this for hashtag flip through Friday. So yes, to all my new subscribers, thank you again so very much. And yeah, hopefully you will start seeing more and more crochet from me mixed in with my paper crafting. And I'm hoping to pull my looms back out, but loom knitting is a little bit more time consuming because you're wrapping each peg and then you're yarning it over and you're doing this and you're doing that. And plus I haven't loom knitted it in a very long time, so I probably have to retrain my brain a little bit because I'm so used to crochet. But I do love to craft. I do love to craft, and it's just something I've done ever since I was a kid. And yeah, so all right, there you go. That's my 2-minute spiel on my crazy crafting life. So let's get this out of here. This is actually from a diming painting I just finished. I'll just put that down there for now. All right. So I do, of course I crochet. I do subscribe to Crochet World magazine. You get it 4 times a year, right? Yeah, spring, summer, autumn, winter. And this is the autumn 2026 issue. So we're going to flip through this because I wanted to look through it, but I wanted to share it with you guys too. I want to share it with all my friends. So I don't know, maybe you'll find something in here that you like, and maybe you don't crochet, but you have a friend or a family member that does. Maybe you can ask them for some help. So we're going to just start, but right here, right off, 28 autumn designs to celebrate the colors of the season. 10 fall-tastic patterns for Halloween and Thanksgiving. Retro love for ripple afghans. These are making a comeback again, the ripple afghans, and they are beautiful. Cables abound in 7 lovely designs. That is one thing I will never do. Cables is an absolute nope, nope, and nope. There are, yeah, no. Cables are a little tricky. So on some of this, I'm going to have to be really careful because they do give out patterns. But I do really like that they give product information on the inside of these. I have some of these soft touch crochet hooks and I love them. I have, I think, every single one of the more crochet hooks. I bought an entire set of them, these, and then I bought a bunch of singular ones. But I like that. It's comparing the two and then all that. So that's really nice. I like that. And then it goes down here and talks about Tunisian crochet hooks, which I do have Tunisian crochet hooks. I just have never tried it yet. So this is just an intro from, I think it's the editor. Yep, it is the editor for Crochet World. So then here, oh, this is beautiful, this doily. Love that. I'm already seeing some stuff. I can tell you right now, I'm pretty sure these are cables up this woman's sweater. Oh, look at this owl up here in the corner. Isn't that owl just precious? Okay, so what do we have? We have a Beginner's Corner Scraps Delight just for fun, done in 1, 2, 3 skeins. Crochet Tutorial 101, just threads, so doilies. Harvest, sorry, you probably can't see what I'm doing. I am so sorry. Harvest Moon Decor, Lush Cables, no thanks. Throwback to Ripple Afghans, and then we have departments. All right, so, oh, see, that's what I was talking about. Gotta be careful with these patterns. So this is a beginner tool pouch. Okay, so the pattern behind here has it's to make this, to put all your tools in. All right, I'm gonna pull this away for just a second so that I can turn the page. And now we're gonna go into the bag of many colors. Isn't that pretty? I like that. It's interesting, it's different. Okay, we've got the pattern, we gotta keep on going. So I need to figure out, so for those of you that do Halloween, hold on one second. Okay, this is gonna be funny to get in here, but there's a pattern that I'm trying to, for those of you who do Halloween, there is a witchy jar topper, and yeah, I'm covering up the pattern. I know it looks funny, but I'm using scrapbook paper for that. So we have a witchy jar topper. Not for me, but I know there's some people out there that would like to do that. So then we have, okay, this does not show the pattern, but we have this Bavarian fingerless gloves and beanie. Those are really pretty. It says it's a skill level intermediate. Excuse me. Very, very pretty. All right, Cozy Cables ear warmer. There's that. And then we have an ad for Annie's Attic. If you're not familiar with them, they do sell Afghan kits. And you can also get Afghan kits through Hirschner's and stuff like that. But if you don't need the pattern, you just want the yarn, it's honestly cheaper to just get the yarn. So this just talks about some editors' favorites here. And it is actually, August is National Granny Square Month, and I normally by now I would have cranked out a ton of granny squares, but between last year and this year, I can honestly say I really haven't. So now we're going to go into the just threads, which are your doilies. And I cannot turn this over because there's a pattern on the other side for the Golden Autumn doily. And this is also part of the pattern. I cannot show you because it's part of the design. Same thing with this. But I can show you this because this is only the end of the pattern. Isn't that pretty? Oh, this is beautiful. These look like maybe fan stitches throughout. Possibly fan stitches. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Okay, what do we have now? Oh, this is adorable. Perfect for the fall. Look at that. This is a pumpkin center doily. This doily is full of possibilities. Work just the center for matching pumpkin coasters. Enlarge it to make a placemat or make two and sew them into a pillow. Love that. That is super cute. And that just looks like a whole bunch of, no, they're not V-stitches. Well, shoot. So there is just the center of the coast, the doily, if you want to do it just for a coaster. So there's that. And then this is for Halloween. This is a Boo Filet Table Runner. If any of you do Halloween and filet crochet, I cannot imagine doing this in all black, but all the power to you if you can. I've never tried filet crochet. It's beautiful though, the results that are beautiful. All right, here we go again. Hide in the pattern. Here, have some pretty paper to look at. So there are your images for that. I'll give you something to look at other than just my tabletop, right? While I'm trying to get rid of these patterns. Okay, so there's the charts for the filet. Harvest Moon decor, and we did just pass an eclipse last night. Unfortunately, it was stormy and cloud covered here. We saw absolutely nothing. So this next page, oh, this just talks about pattern notes. I can show you the owl. Isn't that adorable? That looks like just a simple coaster in the middle for its tummy. Those look like buttons. Those are just buttons, I think. Yep, tan buttons and black buttons in the center. So these are like your tan wooden ones that you would buy at Hobby Lobby. And then just a simple black button in the middle. That is adorable. I love that. And it says to use Premier Yarns Anti-Pilling Everyday Worsted acrylic yarn, 2 skeins of indigo, and 1 skein each of cream tea, green tea, linen, honey, and saffron. So it looks like you're going to do some quick row changes on this, but that's okay. All right, so we got that. There's another picture of the cutie, more close up. And if you don't know, I love, love, love owls. All right, now we're getting into this gnome wall hanging. It says, welcome visitors at your front door, or add some charm to your wall decor with this autumn accent featuring a scrunchy hatted gnome and his colorful beard of leaves, which can easily be made in colors from your stash. So you don't need to just, and those look like pretty simple leaves. Looks like you start with a magic ring in the center, maybe like a 6 single crochets, and then you just increase and then make your petals for the leaf is what it looks like to me. I could be totally wrong though. Ooh, it's got picot stitches. Not my favorite, but I will do them. All right, what do we got here? We got a Thankful table runner. That's beautiful. I love that. So there is that. And it involves doing cross stitches, which I am very familiar with those, thanks to Duck Duck Dishcloth this year. Okay. And then we have a textured fall towel. And that looks like maybe cables on there. This gorgeous kitchen towel will be the talk of the table with its raised stitch pattern and 2-row color repeat. All right. There's another picture of it. It's really pretty. All right, now we have Thanksgiving dinnerware holders. So that's what those look like. Those look like really simple to crochet, making a triangle and then, or maybe you're making a square and folding the triangle, folding these over to make triangle pockets. I might have to investigate that. This is cute. A turkey hot pad. Not so sure I would use one of those plastic googly eyes like that, though. I might want to embroider the eye. All right, now we're getting into Lush cables. For those of you who love cables that crochet. I cannot really show you the cable patterns because, yeah. So there's a Afghan. And then if I can get it in there without showing the pattern yet. Can you see the cables? Yeah. That is one thing that has intimidated me from day one, are those cables. And then we have an oversized cable cardigan. Here is another picture of that oversized cardigan. And you can see the cables right there in the armpit area. They go all the way up and down. Matching it up with an outfit for the day. You can see the cables a little bit better now that she's not wearing it. They're beautiful, don't get me wrong. Here's another cable knit, or cable crocheted sweater. It's called a raglan pullover. I'm trying, friends. Enjoy this beautiful paper here. Here is a golden hour poncho. Also with cables, you can see right up the center there. Here's an advertisement for some, oops, sorry, Elizabeth Premium Thread. This is how the poncho will look when you construct it, when you crochet it. And there's those cables again. I hope y'all are sticking with me. I know this video is running long, but I really love going through these magazines. Aren't these gorgeous? This is a Wild Roses Ripple Lapgan. That is gorgeous. I love that. Look at the roses on there. Okay, and then we have just your basic ripple Afghan. Like I said, I am seeing that these ripple patterns are making a comeback. There's another one. That one. Beautiful. Harvest reversible ripple. That is beautiful. Looks like it might have some texture to it, like maybe some front post or back post. Beautiful. And that's it. And then in the back, it gives you a stitch guide. It shows you how to make your different stitches. It talks about skill levels, standard yarn weight system, which is very important, I think. And that's it. And then this just gives you a breakdown of what page the patterns were on. And then another advertisement for Annie's Attic. So there you go. Oh yes, and Omega Yarns and all this. This is on the, I think this is in every single one of them. So, all right, there you have it, friends. If you are interested in Crochet World magazine, just go to Annie's Attic or type in Crochet World into your magazine into your search bar, and yeah. All right, I'm gonna go. I hope you stuck with me till the end, and if you did, thank you so very much. You just saw another passion of mine, which is crochet. So yeah, hopefully you'll be able to see some of my work soon, more than just all those dishcloths up there. All right, love and hugs to you all. Have a fantastic Friday, and I'll see you all again soon.